back, we talked about a reminder of a major change that was on the horizon. Honestly, the last piece to the puzzle that we'd see coming for the foundation of Black Ops 6 ahead of its launch. A new overhaul coming to the game, and today we learned all about it and had a confirmation of when that will be coming and enacted in game. So today we're breaking down what you need to know, so drop your thoughts as we go along. What do you think of this much needed update ahead of Black Ops 6? Drop your thoughts, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all things Black Ops 6. Just over a week away, and we're chasing down that 600,000 subscriber mark. You guys have been absolutely killing it with the support here, so truly thank you for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you're a new viewer here and perhaps a part of that nearly 75% of viewers not subscribed, welcome to the community. We'd love if you joined us and stayed in the loop for everything. But anyways, let's get into it. So the final piece to the foundational puzzle for Black Ops 6 is that long-awaited COD HQ update. We touched on it a bit back like 3 weeks ago or so, but now we have all the details. Since Modern Warfare 2's launch, the UI has been pretty ugly. While the game's UI is still going to have a mobile feeling to it, it isn't going to be as bad as it was here, or as empty, as ugly. It's going to get a much needed facelift, among other things. This new layout will include main tiles of home, all games, and the store. The home, being the thing you see and what has been showcased the most here out of previews, includes things like your game tiles, featured tile, what's hot, and the last played tile. The game tiles, unlike previous Call of Duty UI, players can now find direct access to their games, which have their own self-contained user interfaces inside those. On the 25th, when it launches, Black Ops 6 will end up being that main game tile, with Warzone being something that will automatically launch as well with Season 1. It'll still be there on the main home tab, it'll just cross-launch, but your other games before Black Ops 6 and Warzone will be accessible via the All Games tab, which we'll get to in a second. But this is done to faster access your games, as detailed by the blog post that was published today. The featured tile is going to be something that showcases a variety of top content, so featured modes, maps, battle pass, and whatever could be deemed relevant at the time. The What's Hot row is similar to what we have now, those tiles being new playlists, bundles, and so on and so forth. And then the last played tile is like what again we have now, where it's a quick access to what you played last. That's going to vary depending on the player. The All Games tab is going to be an all-in-one catalog of the games since Modern Warfare 2019. Each of these will not be instantly accessible, but instead start a separate boot sequence for a cross launch, even if you have those games installed. If not, it'll likely take you to the ability to install them if you want to, but again, showcasing games as far back as Modern Warfare 2019. And the store tab will be the full store offering, where it said this tab will give players a path to access the Call of Duty in-game stores and showcase any other top purchasable content. And that this will be the full tab, so if there's anything that's added like on the back end for prior games, it seems like it might be accessible here as well without having to go into Black Ops 6 or Modern Warfare 3 or something and see those individual stores. But that said, that is the facelift here coming to the COD HQ. There's going to be more stuff that comes along with this as a result, but it is coming as of the 21st, this Monday, and it comes at the same time that you can start preloading Black Ops 6. So it makes sense for them to wait and include this all with a preload, just one giant update. It doesn't require multiple taxing downloads for players who may not have the best bandwidth. So it's all going to be coming this upcoming Monday, the 21st. But that's just the start, as they've mentioned. This is going to be a gradual rollout until the fully realized vision of this is going to be out there in the public. There's a Phase 1, Phase 2, and a Phase 3. Phase 1 is this pre-Black Ops 6 launch update, where actually this phase is only like 4 to 5 days long, lasting from the 21st to the 24th, where Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone will be those primary game tiles on the home tab that players can cross-launch into those, but it's not going to be something that will immediately dive in like you'll see with Black Ops 6 in just a few days after that. Warzone will retain its legacy UI until the Season 1 update, so what we have right now in that user interface, once you enter into Warzone, will still be there until Season 1. The store tab will direct players to the full Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone store as well, so these next couple of days will still be the focus on Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. But whenever Black Ops 6 launches on the 25th, that's when it will replace Modern Warfare 3 as the main tile right up front, making Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Warzone the primary game tiles on that home tab. Players can then continue playing Modern Warfare 3, but can access it via cross-launch on the All Games tab, or the last played tile if that's the content you played most recently. And then Phase 3 is going to be when Season 1 launches, with an unreleased date. We still don't have any information on when that will be specifically, but when Season 1 begins, the user interface will be fully realized for Black Ops 6 and Warzone. Those will both still be the primary game tiles, but both will be instantly accessible here via the COD HQ UI and not something you have to cross-launch into with Warzone. The store tab will direct players to Black Ops 6 and Warzone store, not Modern Warfare 3's. The Battle Pass tab will be introduced here in the user interface, and with the Season 1 update, Warzone will have its own individual user interface improvements, similar to what we have with the Black Ops 6 user interface. So what we have right now, if you log in, it's going to be slightly different than what we have right now. So why is all of this important? Why, beyond just the fact of a facelift, do we end up seeing this as something we should care about? Well, beyond that much needed visual update, it finally gives full control, or should, to the players of the downloads and the associated content with what they want to have. It said you can keep the titles and individual modes that you're currently playing and uninstall the rest to free up storage space. As we've seen time and time again, the COD HQ has made this a massive download size if you want to have everything installed. So being able to completely separate what you want is huge, and that's something that you can separate absolutely everything. Historically, even when advertised as you don't need Warzone, there was still some crossover from the premium paid content in the main title that year and the free-to-play Warzone experience. There was still some underlying base level that was connected across both of those experiences that you couldn't get rid of the very base content. So you were always going to have some extra stuff that even if you didn't play it, you would not be able to get rid of it, even if you didn't interact with it. Now that will not be the case, and you can entirely uninstall either Black Ops 6 or the Warzone experiences if you are not using one or the other. Now, upon this update, that will differ for the install, but the end result you can still uninstall so that everything is independent. But it's stated that on most platforms, Black Ops 6 content will not be included in the new Call of Duty Warzone downloads. However, on PlayStation, Call of Duty Warzone players will still download some Black Ops 6 content. For PlayStation 5, players who don't purchase Black Ops 6 will still download the multiplayer and zombies packages as a part of their install. This optimizes the Black Ops 6 download experience for PlayStation 5's content delivery system, but players can choose to uninstall multiplayer and zombies after their initial install, or keep the files there for easy access for free trial weekends or the future Black Ops 6 purchases if they decide to upgrade. And then PlayStation 4 players who do not purchase Black Ops 6 will still download some content that is shared between Black Ops 6 and Warzone. This facilitates content optimizations that benefit all players on PlayStation 4 using that lesser hardware. So again, this stuff is things that you can end up still uninstalling, but for the base install, you're going to need to include that there with it. You're just going to have to take that extra step to make sure nothing from disconnecting everything. So that's just something to be aware of. But again, end goal, you can still finally get rid of anything that you do not want, whether you want to play the mainline Black Ops 6 experience or Warzone, or maybe you just want to play both, in which case you don't have to worry about any of that. Now, beyond that, there are a few things that this is kind of the danger zone now at this point. Obviously, we are very, very close to launch, especially at the point when this update does come out on the 21st. But this means that leaks are very, very likely going to be happening here. This COD HQ update is the final update that we will see before Black Ops 6, and at that point, it's just a waiting game. On the server side, it is something that is just time-gated. It's just waiting for that update to open the floodgates, and then everybody can start pouring into the game and playing. So the game is there, databased and everything. If people can end up accessing it like they can with the current Call of Duty HQ, that is something they're going to be able to dig through not only the campaign, not only the multiplayer, but also zombies. So imagining we're going to see a lot of things both tomorrow with the final reveal of the week, and then of course further out into the week next week. I'm expecting a lot of official reveals, but I definitely think there's going to be a lot of stuff that does leak as well. So if you don't want to see that kind of stuff, again, major spoiler warning, because you're probably going to start seeing it all over social media. A lot of the leaks here we probably won't cover, especially if it is something that is campaign related. Multiplayer, I think, is kind of free game, just because we've talked about leaks of multiplayer before in the past. But yeah, a lot of stuff going to be happening here, but that is the final foundational piece that we have before Black Ops 6's launch. And just want to fill you guys in here on what you needed to know as of this update and this blog detailing every bit of what is coming. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think here of this? Are you looking forward to a COD HQ overhaul, a redesign, or not so much? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor, drop a like on it. Of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 6 as we gear up for launch. Again, we have a lot on deck that you guys will not want to miss, so I'd love to have you guys in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care, and peace.